Mikey, get down. Nah, man. I live up here now.
Hello, Bots and Books fans, this is Scorp1701, and tonight I'm bringing you something very, very special. It is Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mikey as the Batman. Now, this was from the awesome crossover event that they did last year with Batman vs. the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which started off as an awesome 6-part comic book from DC and IDW Publishing, which they adapted to a awesome DVD movie from the DC animated universe, which was great. And if you haven't seen that movie, please find it, go watch it. It's great. It really nails the aspects of the Batman and his family and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and their unique characteristics. But anyway, GameStop last year, before the dark times, before the wars and anything, decided to put out a series of toys, which you knew it couldn't be long. I just figured there'd be more prevalent in the stores, more main spread and retailers, but GameStop got the exclusive, and I'm happy they did. And to kind of tease the line, they released Mikey as Batman first. And as you saw in the intro, Michelangelo got into the Batcave, found a cowl, put it on, and had a really good time with that. Of course, until he met Robin, and Robin almost killed him. But anyway, that's for the movie, so go watch that. It'll be fun. So, taking a look at the box, you can see it's in a very interesting shaped box. It's not just square. It has some ridges out here to the side. You have Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles here. You see Mikey there. Mikey as Batman. This was a previews exclusive, San Diego Comic-Con 2019, limited to 10,000 pieces. Wow. I have a nice DC Collector's sticker here, which I don't know if you can see because it's all stickery. There he is. And on the back of the box, you can see Michelangelo as Batman in his full stature. You can see Nickelodeon logo at the top, DC Collectibles here, and also available only at GameStop, the other figures in the line. And we will zoom in on those guys and see. And like the NECA Turtles, they came in 2-packs. The first 2-pack was Batman and Leonardo. Then you had Robin and Raphael, Batgirl and Donatello, and Alfred and Michelangelo. And truthfully, this is not all of them. There was a 5th pack with Shredder and Ra's al Ghul, but they didn't put that on the back of the box for some reason, or at least this previews one. But anyway, that's it for the back of the box. On the top of the box, you have the Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles logo. On this side of the box, you have some green shell, Nickelodeon, and sculpted by Jonathan Matthews, good for him, DC Collectibles. On the bottom of the box, you have some words and things and barcodes and stuff that really isn't that important. So why am I trying to focus in on it? But anyway, there it is, the bottom of the box, and then there's nothing really on this side of the box because it's all black and gooey. So anyway, that is it for the box. No one wants to see this guy in the box. I know I don't. So let's go ahead and get him out and see what this guy can do. And out of the box, Bat Mikey stands at approximately 5.5 inches tall, and he comes with a few accessories. He comes with a pizza, which is in another life will probably be a sewer cover, because you can see NYC is sculpted right into the middle of it, and it has some nice ridges. So I think that's going to be a sewer cover at some point. But for now, they've got it decked out as a pizza, which makes sense for him. He comes with a regular slice of pizza, because every good turtle needs something to snack on while they're fighting crime. So it's really nicely done. We'll take a look at that later. And he comes with 2 sets of hands. He has a set of like open hands. You see him, and he has a set of thumbs up hands. Yay, dude, totally. That is so cool. So we'll take a look at those. in just a minute. And then he comes with himself. So no weapons with the previews exclusive Bat Mikey. So I guess you can throw the pizza at him if he gets into a fight. But anyway, that is everything that's in the box. So let's take a closer look at Mikey himself. So, taking a closer look, you can see Michelangelo has a very small cowl that's definitely not sized for him on his head. It's nice and blue. You can see it's kind of punched up here at the top where it makes Batman's horns. But, you know, Michelangelo's head is just way too big for it. You have some nice googly white eyes there, a big huge crazy smile with some teeth showing and indicated there, has a nice red tongue. You can see, you know, his green face sticking out and his orange bandana coming down. The cape goes all the way down his back. It is soft goods and you can move it. It's very flexible and it's very heavy. They put a lot of material in this, so it's really cool that you can pose that. Maybe if they had some wire or something you want to do like da, 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 have him flapping like he did up on top of the T-Rex. But other than that, he's got green shoulders and arms, some nice tan elbow pads coming down to the middle. His shell is there, picked out with a little bit of black highlight. Has a nice brown belt with two pouches on the side for his nunchucks, which he didn't come with, but that's okay. And you can kind of make out the M right here. The style of these turtles, they did have their initials on their belts, but they weren't so obvious as like in little round circles in the center. So we'll get more on that when we take a look at each individual figure from the main line. Green legs, some more tan knee pads down here, and they kind of stick out really far, and green feet. You can see that there are also some highlights on the inside of his legs, kind of give it that animated look. So that's pretty neat. And if you lift up the cape and we check out his back, you can see he does have a shell and it's very soft, so that's pretty neat. It has some nice detail into the rivets there, or into the crevices of the shell. And on the back of the legs, you can see nothing too unfamiliar. Some painted knee pad sections here. You can see those are painted and not a single piece that goes across. And on the bottom of his feet, he just has some words for Made in China, DC CS19, and over here you have 2019 Viacom, DC Comics, and some other stuff. So anyway, that is it for how this funny little guy looks. And for articulation, he has a lot of articulation. Starting off at the head, his head can go all the way around, and if you're not careful, it will pop off. And if you're also not careful, it will take the cape with it. So you want to be careful that you don't pull it off or move the cape around. That way you'll have to readjust it. So it does go, again, it doesn't go up or down. Well, it might go a little bit up, but it's not supposed to. It's basically just around. The cape, it moves around like we saw earlier, and you can just get it everywhere you want to, so that's good articulation for that. These little headbands, they go up and down a little bit. They're very firm, so I think if you move them around a lot, you'll kind of wear them out, and actually it might break off, so don't mess with those that much. His arm, it can go out to the side and back in. It can go around. You can see that all the way around. He does have an elbow bend, but it's not an actual bend as much as it is like it's like a hinge, so it doesn't go all the way up. That's about as far as you can get it, but this entire piece can swivel, so that is interesting. And he has obviously his hands can go all the way around, and they can go up and down, so they go hinged out. Okay, we change those out if you're so inclined. Nothing in the midsection because he is a turtle and it is one piece. But interesting to note, if you lift up his arms, it does look like there's a hinge here because you can see some sculpted details in there. Is like it's two pieces, but I don't know. It doesn't seem to move, and the middle section is really squishy and soft. So that's interesting. Part of that. The belt is not painted, but the belt is glued, so it doesn't move freely around. So it might go up and down just a hair, but again, I wouldn't mess with that too much, or it might pop off. The legs can go up a little bit, but they'll go kind of out to the side because of the way it's made. The back can't go back too much, but it can go to the side. So you can get him side kicking, which is pretty neat. And so he does have a double knee bend, which is cool. You get that, some good knee bendage there. And you see the knee pad here, it doesn't really move. It just stays stationary, so the legs bend around it. And the foot, it has a lot of motion to it. It can go all the way around if you're so inclined. It can go up on this hinge. Get it in there. It can go down and it can swerve. So that is pretty neat for foot articulation for this guy. And I'm not sure if all the turtles are going to be the same articulation. Unlike the NECA turtles that we looked at, they were all the same design and mold. These guys aren't. These guys each have their own specific design to them, and I think that was a really neat idea and choice to go with. But anyway, that is it for his articulation, so let's move on to his accessories. And here Michelangelo is holding his little sewer cover pizza type thing. Yeah! So I'm not sure if this was supposed to be a actual pizza, a sewer cover, or it may have been something that they shot out of the turtle van that they had in the last act of the movie. I'll have to go back and re-watch that, but it's still a neat little thing, decorated. So if it's supposed to be a pizza, he can have it and he can hold it, as you can see here. So yeah, that's pretty neat. All right, moving on. And here Michelangelo is holding his piece of pizza that he comes with, and you can see it could get right there in his hands, and he could lift it up, do lots of stuff with it, and even like he did in the movie, you could take it and you can put it in his little holster right here for his nunchucks, but he stuck a piece of pizza in there. So yeah, that is very funny. That is something he did. He was just hilarious in the movie. I just can't recommend the movie enough, and this figure, they're very funny and cool when they do stuff like that. All right, moving on. And here Bat Mikey is with his open hands for some high-fiving or some slapping or whatever he wants to do, or acting like a monster. Hey, Batman! Uh-oh. Yeah, that's funny. Okay, moving on. And here he is with his thumbs up hands. So he's like, yeah, cool, everything is awesome. I'm Bat Mikey. This is cool. Batman's cool. I'm cool. Everything's cool. Yeah. And if you were so inclined, like I said before, the head does come off. And when the head comes off, you can also take the cape off, because it just slides right onto his neck hinge, and you can have him without the cape, and you can see what he looks like with just the cowl on. So that's pretty neat, and that's an option if you're so inclined and you don't want this cape getting everywhere, which, you know, I think it's great. The cape is awesome. It's nice and hefty again, but anyway, it's your toy. It's an option for you, and I wanted to show you what you could do with it. Alrighty then. And full comparison, here he is with the NECA Michelangelo, and you can see he's a little smaller and than the NECA, but again, it goes back into each turtle from the Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle lines were sculpted differently and uniquely, and not just one main body figure and mold. But still, it looks really neat. And I'm very happy with this guy. All right, moving on. And this has been the Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles GameStop exclusive, previews exclusive, Michelangelo as Batman figure. Whew, that was a lot to spit out there. And taking a look at this first guy, I love him. It is so great when your favorite companies get together and do crossovers, whether it be comic book crossovers like the Marvel versus DC back in the 90s, or last year we also had Transformers and Ghostbusters. They did a crossover. You have Batman and Ninja Turtles here. Oh my goodness, this is so much fun when the companies do this. I think what would really make me happy is if the only other characters that I haven't seen, maybe Thundercats and X-Men. Yeah, that would be awesome. But anyway, I love this figure. He's cute, he's funny, he comes with some neat accessories. No weapons though, but they saved that for the actual main Michelangelo in the main line. But yeah, so I have no complaints about the guy. The hinges on the wrist to change out the hands, they're a little small and it feels really tight when you're trying to change out the hands, so be careful with that. Again, be careful with the hinges. They feel they don't feel loose, okay? But it feels like if you're too heavy-handed with it, that you might break it. So anyway, guys, that's the review. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. So until next time, I'll catch you later.